After years of holding firm with their traditional inline-4 engine, Yamaha seems to finally be stepping into a new era, one powered by a V4. And the person most vocal about this shift? None other than their star rider, 2021 world champion Fabio Quartararo. Since Suzuki left the grid at the end of 2022, Yamaha's M1 has been the last remaining inline-4 bike in the MotoGP paddock, while the rest of the manufacturers, Ducati, Honda, KTM, and Aprilia, have embraced the V4 layout. Yamaha has remained committed to the smooth, consistent power delivery of the inline-4. But times are changing, and so is the sport. Quartararo, who's carried Yamaha on his back for several seasons now, has made it clear that enough is enough. He wants a V4, and he wants it soon, starting from 2026. And now, Yamaha seems to be listening. Their V4 prototype has finally been spotted out in the wild, undergoing real-world testing at tracks like Valencia. The rider on the test bike, Augusto Fernandez, recently added to Yamaha's development roster. But don't get too excited just yet. According to Fernandez, this bike is still in its infancy. He described it as not even close to what it's supposed to be. The chassis is just a placeholder, and the engine itself isn't running at full potential. It's a test mule, nothing more at this stage. Even so, the symbolism here is powerful. Tech chief Max Bartolini made it clear. If the V4 proves to be faster than the current inline-4, then that's the direction they'll go in 2026. Simple as that. And Quartararo is banking on it. In fact, Quartararo was asked recently what engine configuration Yamaha should run under the new 850cc regulations coming in 2027. His answer was blunt. Clearly, from already next year, for me, the way is the V4. No hesitation, no corporate PR speak, just raw, honest truth from a rider who knows what he needs. He pointed out that 4 out of 5 manufacturers are already running V4s. If it were more balanced, maybe Yamaha could stay the course. But as it stands, they're outliers, and not in a good way. Quartararo also emphasized that the issue isn't just about lap time. It's about racecraft. It's about being able to fight, to defend, to overtake. He knows how to be fast. He's proven that. But he needs a bike that lets him go to war in the middle of a race. Not just ride around at his own pace, hoping for clean air. That's not racing. That's surviving. When asked about the current state of the V4, Quartararo said he hasn't even seen it in person. He doesn't care what it looks like. It can be pink or whatever, he said. All he wants is for it to be fast. That's the mindset of a rider who's done waiting. He doesn't care about the politics, the testing schedules, or the aesthetics. He just wants performance. That said, the V4 is still far from ready. Fernandez admitted he wasn't pushing during his test laps. He didn't want to be the guy who crashed the first Yamaha V4 in history. And can you blame him? That's not the kind of milestone any rider wants to be remembered for. The bike right now is simply not there yet. Fernandez said it felt like just an engine, and the rest of the package, the chassis, the electronics, the mapping, is still very much under development. Yamaha has the advantage of being a Rank D concession manufacturer, which allows them to test freely and use up to 6 wildcard entries during the season. Quartararo is pushing Yamaha to use some of those wildcard slots to test the V4 in race conditions. As he put it, it's always much more interesting to test something in a race weekend than in a test. And he's right. Testing in isolation is one thing. Testing in the chaos of a MotoGP weekend is something else entirely. But don't expect to see the V4 on the grid just yet. Fernandez was clear, it's not ready. It wouldn't be good. It wouldn't be competitive. and he'd be slower than he is on the current bike. There's still a lot of work to do. Yamaha hasn't even started testing the 850cc engine that will be required in 2027. That's still further down the road. Right now, the focus is entirely on the 2026 bike. Interestingly, despite the cautious language coming from Yamaha's technical staff, both Quartararo and Fernandez seem to agree. The V4 is the way forward. Fernandez said it straight. He thinks the V4 is Yamaha's chosen path. It's not official, and nobody's going to come out and say it until the data backs it up. But all signs point in that direction. Yamaha knows they can't keep falling behind. They've seen what Ducati has done with their V4. They've watched KTM become a real contender. And they know that staying loyal to the inline 4 isn't enough anymore. Quartararo also mentioned that he expects to test the V4 himself later this year, probably around August or September. Right now, his testing duties are still focused on the inline 4, but that will shift soon. He's got a packed calendar leading up to Assen at the end of June. But beyond that, the plan is to start transitioning. This is a massive moment for Yamaha. For over 2 decades, the inline 4 has been their signature. It's won them championships, built their identity, and created legends. But racing doesn't wait for nostalgia. If you want to win tomorrow, you have to evolve today. And Yamaha knows it. If the V4 performs, even just a little better than the current setup, it's game over for the inline 4. This is more than just a technical update. It's a philosophical shift, a change in Yamaha's DNA. So what happens next? We wait, we watch, and we hope that when Quartararo swings his leg over that V4 later this year, it delivers everything he's been asking for and more. Because if it doesn't, Yamaha risks losing more than just lap time. They risk losing their star rider, their competitive edge, and maybe even their identity in the sport. But if it does deliver, then we could be witnessing the beginning of a Yamaha renaissance, a rebirth driven by power, aggression, and a willingness to adapt. The V4 era might just be Yamaha's next great chapter. And that's where we'll leave it for now. What do you think? Is Yamaha making the right move with the V4? Will it be enough to bring them back to the front? And can they keep Quartararo happy long enough to see it through? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of Yamaha and MotoGP, make sure you subscribe to SK for more updates, analysis, and stories from the paddock. Your support keeps this channel going, and we've got so much more coming your way. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.